How does this thing work? Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Got some news for you guys today, man. I was able to come up on a new motorcycle. My uncle, he's getting up there in age and he's got some bad, I think, arthritis in his knees and unfortunately he can't ride anymore, so he ended up donating to me his Honda Shadow. It's a 1992 VLX 600, carbureted. It's a cruiser. I've never had a cruiser before, so check it out. Check it out. It's 1992 VLX 600. I've never owned a cruiser in my life. The last time I rode a cruiser was back during the MSF course, and I took that back in I want to say 2002? 02 or 03. So it's been a while. This bike's pretty beat up. It doesn't run actually right now, so the first thing I need to do is clean her up a little bit and see if she starts. But it's been sitting in my uncle's garage for maybe about a year, at least a year. Engine needs a lot of cleanup. It might not look like much, but I'm super excited. I want to turn this thing into a bobber. I don't know anything about cruisers and I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm gonna try to do all the work myself. That way I get to learn more about the bike as I go. And I'll probably create a build series out of this. Maybe not a build series, but more like a documentary. I'm gonna document my adventures with this thing. That way if I mess up, it'll be lessons learned. But hopefully I can get her running, get her looking nice. Hope my modifications don't end up killing me. I guess that's the best thing I can hope for. But yeah, I'm super excited, guys. This is my garage. My garage was super dirty, so I actually ended up cleaning it up a little bit to make space for the bike. Here's a little tour. Got my motorcycle jack right here. Everybody needs this thing. Gets me nice and comfy when I'm down low working on the bikes. Next up for the garage, I really need a tool chest. All my tools right now are in these little crates, so it's kind of a mess. I guess it's organized chaos. I know where everything is. The only thing I ever lose are screws and bolts I take off the bike, but when it comes to tools, then I know where everything is. Looking at my gear, this was the first jacket I ever had. I crashed my R6 3 days after I had her. Same day I crashed, I went out and I picked up a jacket. Luckily I didn't get too hurt. All I had on was a little hoodie. This is an armored hoodie I got from Stunt Daily. It's a brand out here from San Diego. Super sweet, man. Got the Dainese summer armor for when it's too hot to wear a jacket in the summer. I'm still protected. I can just throw on like a basketball jersey on top and look pretty cool. This is a Rossi jacket I got from MotoGP out in Valencia. I went back in 2019. So that was a pretty cool experience. And this is my Ogio no drag backpack. Pretty cool backpack. I guess it's a pain to get things in and out since everything's built on the inside, and then when you put the bag down it just rests on this and it just rolls back. But other than that, like when you're on the bike, it's super cool. It doesn't even feel like it's there. Of course, got my collection of helmets up here. Nicky Hayden and a bunch of Shoei swag. Got a Danny Pedrosa helmet here I just picked up like a week ago. And a bunch of random gloves and and visors. Here's my steed, my number one, Alyssa. It's a 2019 V4 base model. I'm not sure if I've showed her up close yet, but here's a little walk around. I think she's got about 16,000 miles on her, and I just did the decimal service. So I try to put miles on the bike. I'm not just a Sunday rider. I put miles on my bikes. Um, Alyssa was actually my daily rider for about 6 months because I didn't have a car that was working, and got a great bond with her. This is my little brother's bike. It's a 848 Evo. It doesn't have a name, but it's a super fun bike. Even though there's two Ducatis here, a Ducati flag. I'm in no means like a Ducati snob. I've been riding since I was 19. Started off on a Yamaha R6, 2003. I crashed that sucker like the third day I had it. I had that bike for about 9 months, and in those 9 months, I put 20,000 miles on that thing. So I did gain a lot of experience from it. Then I got rid of her and ended up picking up a 2000, I want to say 2004 Honda Cbr1000rr. And jumping from a 600, that bike was super fast, but I hated it. I was used to, I guess, the maneuverability of the R6, and jumping on the 1000rr, it was just felt big and bulky, and I didn't like that I couldn't whip her around like the 600. So I sat on her for about a year, maybe 2 years, but I didn't really ride her much. I think I put like 5,000 miles on her. Bike ended up getting stolen. Got money back for her, so I kind of broke even. And I ended up picking up a 2006 Suzuki GSXR 750, the Gixxer. So if you're into sport bikes, everybody's got to own a Gixxer at one point or another. I had mine for about 3 months. Her name was Carmen. One night, went to class. I was there for no longer than 40 minutes because the class ended up getting canceled. And I just shot the shit with my buddies. And I remember walking out, and the bike was no longer where I parked it. So that one got stolen also. Just bad luck, man. And I was super devastated when that happened. Like I said, I love that bike, and I had plans for that thing. I was in the middle of my college career, and didn't have a ton of money, so that was the last bike I could afford for a while. Once I graduated from college, the recession hit, and I couldn't find a job for my life, so I was bikeless, let's just say, for about 7 years or so. My little brother still had his bike, so anytime I had the itch, I could just kind of jump on his, but didn't have one of my own for a long time. Fast forward to 2019, and I'm ready to get back into the bike game. An opportunity to pick up a 2006 600rr Honda dropped in my lap. So I picked up the CBR for about $2,000. It wasn't running. I had to go out to Las Vegas to pick her up, and I did that, hauled her back in a truck. And next, first night I had the bike, turned out it was a simple fix. It was just a blown fuse. So I fixed the fuse, and she started right back up. It was a fixer-upper for sure. There were other things I had or needed to do to the bike to get her in running shape. Fast forward a little bit, the last thing I needed to do to the bike was to get the fork seals redone because it was leaking badly. So I dropped her off at the mechanic shop. So the mechanic, on his test ride, on his way back to the shop with the bike, he gets T-boned by a car. Bike ended up being totaled, of course. I was pretty devastated when I heard that. Just picked up my first bike in like 7 years, and just like that, it's gone. The mechanic, he ended up being okay. He injured his hip, but it wasn't too bad. Insurance took care of it, and insurance ended up paying me out $7,000 for that bike. Hearing that news cheered me up a little bit, but I was still kind of depressed that I was bikeless. Fast forward a few months, and I came up on an opportunity to pick up the Ducati. My friend, she had some connections at Beverly Hills Ducati, and ended up getting a super deal on that thing. So I ended up taking all that insurance money I had and dropped it on a down payment. And that's where we are now. So guys, that's a little sneak peek into my garage and workspace in my next project, the Honda Shadow. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. Never worked on a cruiser before, so this should be fun, man. I'm super excited, and I'm ready to learn. Can't wait to fix her up. There's also a few other modifications I need to do to Alyssa, but she's an expensive girl, you know, so I'm gonna focus my money on her for a little bit. I think for the price of an exhaust for Alyssa, I can build this thing out, which is crazy. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video.